I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Friday, March the 5th, brought to you in part by Zactran. Stress opens a gate to bovine respiratory disease. Slam it shut with Zactran. Remember to observe your 35-day withdrawal period after treatment. For more information, go to Zactran.com or visit with your BI representative. Cash feeders lower late in the week especially. They really dropped off. We saw some unevenness earlier in the week and a few markets that were on the positive side, but by the time we got through the middle of the week after that disappointing fed cattle trade, yet again steady at 114, but you could actually call it steady to weak because your late week sales were falling off of that 114 and a little bit of a spread, and we had more dress sales at 178 and 180 than we had a week ago, and not nearly as much 182. So your feeder cattle buyers really backed up on their bids there late in the week, and we saw consistently lower and almost entirely lower, and some sizable losses there on Thursday, likely to end up on Friday that way too. But just really kind of hate to see that loss after we saw some unevenness and some volatility in your board earlier in the week, and we were really hoping to finish the week on a strong note, but it didn't happen, and cash feeders falling lower, and your index levels on 800-pound steers are falling like a rock, and your late week sales on Thursday were significantly lower than your index in most cases. You know, we support auctions here at Feeder Flash, DV Auction, National Beef Wire. We're all about the auctions and competitive bidding. That's our style here, and we do anything to support that. So we're going to offer something new here with National Beef Wire, which is where a lot of you guys see this report. We've now got over 94,000 on our e-newsletter, and so that's significant, and those people wouldn't be on there if they weren't interested in the markets or active in buying cattle, selling cattle, raising cattle. But we're going to offer something new here going forward for you sale barns that either broadcast with DV, or even if you just share your market with us on National Beef Wire. And if you're not sharing your market with us on National Beef Wire, we want you to. It comes through your clerical systems, and we can work with all but one of those clerk systems, and if you gripe enough, you can get them to do it too. But we'd love to be able to pull your market. It doesn't cost anything. We'll give you a National Beef Wire TV to put up in your sale barn, and a lot of people really enjoy that. It's like a DTN screen on steroids, but really trying to get more and more of those involved. But if you share your market on National Beef Wire, we would be happy to share your consignments. If you've got a big sale coming up, a special, you've got some reputation consignments coming up, we want to share that to you. Or for our people and our viewers on National Beef Wire, with over 94,000 on the e-newsletter every single day, including this report. But if you will email those to us in a Word document to media@nationalbeefwire.com, the guys will set that up, and they'll include your offering and your consignment, especially your special sales and things like that. So maybe we can get a little bit more interest up there. If it's just one more bidder in there, one more buyer, you guys know how much difference that makes. So be glad to do that for you, and look forward to working with more sale barns in the future. Let's look at the board on Thursday. April live cattle futures down 85 cents at 118.55. June down 70 cents at 116.97. Going out from there, and they were down 2 cents to down 67 cents on your outback months on live cattle futures. Feeder cattle for March down $1.90 at 135.10. Now that's based on an 800-pound steer too, and that's several dollars premium to what they're actually bringing. You don't see a lot of 8-weight cattle bringing in the 30s anymore, guys. I know it hadn't been that long ago. We kind of judged them on either side of 140, but for the most part, especially when you get into your heavier 8-weights, they're all bringing in the 120s. April feeder cattle down 232, 138.97. Your back months on feeder cattle down 75 cents to down $1.92. So taking back pretty much all the gains that we saw on Wednesday. And your grains were fairly quiet on Thursday, so not much movement there after they've been really up and down yo-yo type deal. Let's talk about your fat cattle trade and just a little bit more cleanup trade. We're going to have another fairly light movement this week because, like I told you in our last visit, your feedlots are just crammed full and they can't stand any more cattle. Yet they're still coming into the market and bidding and buying cattle on the open market for immediate delivery. So maybe they're not quite as full as they let on, and that's always the case. Let's look at your movement on Thursday. Confirmed sales out of Iowa, 2,500 head. They've got 10,400 head for the week, and we continue to see more movement in the northern plains than we do in the southern plains. But live sales in Iowa, not a lot of live sales, but 112 to 114, and your dress sales from 178 to 180. Nebraska, just 1,600 head confirmed on Thursday. They've got 14,600 head for the week. A few live sales at 113, so like I told you, it's weak, and dress sales from 178 to 182. Only about 300 head confirmed in Kansas. They've got 15,000 for the week, and the few sales that they had on Thursday were all at 113. So likely that 114 is not really out there by and large, unless you've got just kind of a perfect deal set up for them, some really clean cattle that are going to dress really well. Texas didn't have any confirmed sales on Thursday, 8,700 head so far for the week. Box beef cutout values were uneven on Thursday. They've been down all week long after being up pretty much the whole month of February, when that never happens. But as we come into March, they've been down hard but kind of mixed on Thursday afternoon. Your dress choice cuts on Thursday afternoon's trade, 233.88, that's up 85 cents. Select down 256 at 221.68, and that select has really fallen out of bed here of late. Your slaughter running a good pace after being kind of slowed down there because of the cold spell there, and then kind of slow to get back going again. But we had a full week this week, and we've been having big Saturdays. So I wouldn't be surprised to see our Saturday kill, overtake a year ago and be a really good sized slaughter for us. But 485,000 through Thursday, that's 2,000 more than last week, 8,000 less than the same week a year ago. Again, we have a big Saturday, should overtake that year ago figure and be pretty bullish there. Your actual slaughter data came back for the week ending February the 20th. And you remember, that's right during that cold spell there. So if you remember that, we expected our weights to come down quite a bit, and man, did they. Average dressed steer carcass weights dropped 10 pounds from the previous report at 909 pounds. And I know that's still sizable, but that is a big, big drop. You rarely see it over more than 1, 2, or 3 pounds, and 10 pounds is huge. But I want to talk to you about what else is going on. I'm going to be in Clinton, Oklahoma on Saturday, so if you guys are in the area, come by and tell me hi. I'm going to be at the Davis Angus production sale. They got their value genetic sale in Clinton, Oklahoma, Saturday, March 6th at the old sale under a tent there. It's going to be at 12:30, just right after lunch there. We've got a jillion production sales this weekend. We are in prime time production sales. We got 29 production cattle sales on dvauction.com this Saturday. I mean, a jillion if you encompass the whole weekend. But I tell you what, it is bull sale time right now, guys. But what else is going on? Western Video Market's got a sale on Friday here. You know, we told you Shasta Livestock had their last sale, but they're still going to have their Western Video sales there. They've got a Western Video Market sale on Friday. Today starts at 9 o'clock way out west there, 11 o'clock Central Time. So you got time to get on there and take a look. They've got 32 lots on there, including about 5 lots of lambs and about 3 lots of replacement cattle. So, but some nice deals on there, and you want to tune in to Western Video Market at wvmcattle.com or at dvauction.com. Also want to give you guys a look at kind of what we get done on these production sales, and that is our bread and butter is selling these production sales and offering them to people all over the country and really all over the world online. You can sit right in your house there and bid on those production sales. And in February, we got our February production sale report here. And you look at our online bids, we had over 32,000 bids through the online console there at DV Auction just in the month of February. I mean, March is going to be huge. But lots sold, we had 5,650 lots that were sold on DV Auction. Total purchases for the month of February at our DV auction production sales over $26 million. Let's talk about feeder cattle market. Real-time index on DV auction late in the day on Thursday at 133.96. That thing has fallen. I mean, losing like a buck or more every day, and that is a ton on a cash basis there. But that was down 96 cents for the day on Thursday compared to the end of Wednesday's trade. Look at some of your big sales around winter livestock. Pratt, Kansas, 7,000 head there. Feeders were quoted $3 to $5 lower. Like I told you, I mean, they were a lot lower everywhere, not just any particular sale. Farmers and ranchers livestock straight north of there in north central Kansas there. Salina, Kansas, 4,600 head. What I pulled off of Cattle Market Central for their sale, and they may have still been going, but it was getting pretty late in the day. I would say they were about done, but feeders sure look $1 to $5 lower on there. And you look at the biggest tested weight there is your 8-weight feeder steers, over 1,000 head of them, average right on the money, 850 pounds at 127.03. And like I told you guys, 130 is a big price for 8-weight steers anymore, and you get off into the 8-weights and they just won't bring it. How about some other sales? Ogallala livestock, Ogallala, Nebraska, 3,800 head there, sharply lower. Steers, all weights, from $1 to $10 lower as quoted by Federal State Market News Service. Heifers, $1 to $4 lower. How about some individual quotes from around? I talked on your last visit about Enid Livestock Market having a big sale there and then having an in-house video, that CLM video sales. And they did have a nice sale there, and they first time to ever have DV auction, taking bids there at Enid Livestock Market, Enid, Oklahoma. How about a stick-out sale on these cattle right here? The Scheffler cattle come in, 55 head of these 774-pound steers, bring 140 and a half. That's a stick-out sale there, Enid, Oklahoma. How about some other individual quotes around the circuit? Burlington Livestock Exchange, Burlington, Colorado, 75 head, 562-pound steer calves, bring 186.75. That's a big-time quote. How about John Anderson and Frank Hepker, Clarinda, Iowa, Clarinda Livestock Auction, 53 head, 693-pound steer calves, almost 700 pounders at 153 and a quarter. But the best quote that I saw anywhere on Thursday, and your Zach Tran top quote for the day, come out of Stockman's Livestock Exchange East in Dickinson, North Dakota, 61 head, 810-pound feeder steers, bring $139. And that's your feeder flash for Friday.